like what is the definition of the capital structure, and what is the optimal capital structure, and why it is very important for us to have a optimum capital structure. I have told you like there are various types of capital structure, like we can have either capital, either equity share, or we can have a mix of equity plus debt, or we can go for equity and preference shares. So these are various options which we can use. Okay, there are various benefits which I have explained you, and what were the factors which affect the capital structure of any organization. Now moving on to the next, like we will start up with the sources I have earlier discussed with you: the equity share, preference shares, debentures, retained earning. Now we will start with the next topic, that is the cost of capital. See, what is the cost of a capital? It refers to the weighted average cost. I have used this term weighted average cost. Weighted average cost, what does it mean? That the weighted average cost of various capital components. What does it mean is, like a peak capital structure, we have discussed about the capital structure. It may have equity, it may have preference share, then it may have debentures. So what is the weightage of each and every you can say component? Okay, so the percentage of each and every component is known as the weighted average cost. अभी इक्विटी का कितना परसेंटेज है, प्रेफरेंस का कितना परसेंटेज है, and accordingly we calculate, that is known as the weighted average cost of capital. So in final term, it is a rate of return that must be received by a firm on its investment projects. Why? You can say it is the whenever you are going and have a whenever a person is investing in your business, ठीक है, आप किसी के बिजनेस में इन्वेस्ट करते हो, व्हाट यू वांट इन रिटर्न? ऑब्वियसली यू वांट अ रिटर्न फॉर दैट, यू वांट सम इंटरेस्ट, only then you are going to invest in that project. So the cost of capital is basically the rate of return that must be received by the firm on its investment project to attract. Why? So that they can attract the investor for investing capital in their firm. अबे उनके फर्म में लोग पैसा तभी लगाएंगे ना अगर उसमें से उनको कुछ रिटर्न मिल रहा है. If they are not able to get anything in return, then why they will go and invest in that firm? Okay, so it is always preferable, or you can say a firm which has a maximum, which give the maximum return to the shareholders, or you can say the person who are investing in that company. The people are more interested in that company. So the factors which determine the cost of capital, like what are the source of finance? Either you have used equity, or you have used debt, you have used preference share, or the retained earning. So each component has different cost. Okay, डेट का कॉस्ट सबसे कम है, फिर इक्विटी यूज करते हो, वो कैसे है, वो आपका खुद का सोर्स है, it will not cost you anything. That means it is basically the cost which is there with you. And what else is there? Corresponding payment for the use of the finance, like what amount you are paying for that. Okay, suppose you have got that from the debt, debentures and everything, the interest you are paying is the payment that is used by use. अभी आप कोई funds लेते हो, उसके लिए जो आप interest pay करते हो, that is a cost. वो आपको कॉस्ट है ना बेटा, आपने बाहर से लिया, आपने वो फंड यूज कर लिया, जब आपने वो फंड यूज कर लिया तो आप उसके लिए कुछ तो इंटरेस्ट दोगे ना, तभी आपको कोई पैसा देगा. सो द पेमेंट दैट यू यूज, दैट यू पे टू द अदर पर्सन इज द कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल. सो व्हाट आर, you can say, cost of capital. It can be either you can pay it in lump sum or interval, like quarterly भी pay कर सकते हो interest, monthly भी pay कर सकते हो, yearly भी pay करते हो. There are various options. Now what is the cost of capital? Basically it includes three components. अभी ध्यान से सुनना बेटा. First होता है return at zero risk. What does it mean, return at zero risk level? It means that the expected rate of return when a project involves no business risk or financial risk. So there are two type of risk, financial as well as the business risk. But ये वो investment है जिसमें ये दोनों ही risk नहीं है, not neither financial nor business risk, कोई भी risk नहीं है. Now the second is the business risk premium. What does the business risk premium means? It is determined by the capital budgeting decision for the investment proposal. How? Like if the firm select a project which has more than the normal risk, the supplier of the funds for the project will normally expect higher return. Thus, the capital cost of capital increases. See, वो project, there is always I told you in my previous lecture also, the more the risk, more the return. This is a funda in the market. Like if you go for the FD interest rate, okay, I give you a very simple example. अगर आप FD का interest rate देखते हो बेटा, वो बहुत कम रहता है rather than अगर आप mutual fund में लगाते हो, या you can say you go to the share market, तो क्या रहता है उसमें interest ज्यादा रहता है, क्यों? Because it involves the factor of a risk. उसमें risk रहता है, so obviously return ज्यादा रहता है. But in case of you can say FD, there is no risk, so the interest, or you can say the return which you are getting is very less. Is it clear? So more the return, is the more the risk. Okay. Then is the financial risk. The financial risk means that relates to the capital structure, like how the capital structure of any company is. If a firm has higher debt, then it have more risk. Why? Because people will worry that the क्या रहता है, अगर बहुत ज्यादा डेट यूज किया रहता है, जो इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स होते हैं ना, उनको एक वो रहता है कि रिस्क फैक्टर इसमें ज्यादा है, बिकॉज ज्यादा हमने कंपनी में क्या है, लोन इन्वेस्ट किया है. सो दे ऑलवेज हैव अ फियर इन देयर माइंड. सो एट दैट टाइम द फाइनेंशियल रिस्क इंक्रीजेस ऑफ दैट कंपनी. सो नाउ द कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल इंक्लूड थ्री पार्ट्स. फर्स्ट, जीरो कॉस्ट, रिटर्न एट द रिस्क. ठीक है, रिटर्न एट जीरो रिस्क लेवल, जिसपे कुछ भी रिस्क नहीं है. देन इज अ बिजनेस रिस्क प्रीमियम, जहां पे आपको रिटर्न ज्यादा मिलता है इफ यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग हायर रिटर्न. इन द थर्ड इज द फाइनेंशियल रिस्क प्रीमियम. दैट मीन्स वो रिस्क जब आपको कब मिलेगा, जब आपकी कंपनी में डेट ज्यादा रहता है और इक्विटी कम रहता है. सो द कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल इज अ सम ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग. ओके, नाउ वी विल क्लासिफाई how we can classify the cost of capital. There are various types of cost of capital. First one is the historical and second is the future. Historical name से समझ में आ रहा है, the cost which is you can say occurred, you can say we have incurred for the procurements of funds based upon the existing structure. Okay, जो already incurred हो चुके हैं, जो आपकी book cost है, that is your historical cost. That is already, that is being recorded in your book, and that is the cost which is already being you have paid for that. Okay, that is the future cost. So the future cost is a cost which relate to the estimate for the future, like you are planning for your future, and the cost estimate which you take into consideration are known as the future cost. Then come the specific cost. What does the specific cost mean? The cost which is associated by the particular source of capital, like cost of equity itna hai, cost of debt itna hai, if you take them separately. Remember, if we take them separately, cost of equity का मेरे पास इतना आया, cost of debt इतना आया. And what does a composite cost mean? When you take into account all these costs together, cost of equity plus cost of debt plus cost of preference share, so the sum total of all these is known as the composite cost. There is the cost that is the average cost. That is simple. Sum of all these costs is the average cost. And marginal cost, you can say when you add a new fund, so that cost which is incurred, marginal means adding one more addition to the total. वो जो टोटल में आपका एक नया एडिशन आपने ऐड किया, दैट विल बी योर मार्जिनल कॉस्ट. सपोज आपने पहले कॉस्ट ऑफ डेट और कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रेफरेंस शेयर था, अब आपने उसमें कॉस्ट ऑफ डेट, कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी ऐड कर लिया, तो वो जो कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी है, दैट इज योर मार्जिनल कॉस्ट. द एडिशनल कॉस्ट इज नोन एज द मार्जिनल कॉस्ट. Now, there are basically four theories that I'll explain. Although these are not asked in, you can say, अभी आपको वैसे भी MCQs ही रहने वाले हैं, but they may ask you, okay, what is the component of this or not? So you need to understand like what are the theories and what is the implications of this. The first theory that is there is the net income approach. See, according to this approach, they have given you like a firm can minimize, say if they want, if what they say is, if you have to decrease your weighted average cost, then how you can do this? By using more and more debt. उनका ये कहना है that the debt percentage, जितना हमारा हम cost of capital में debt use करते हैं, हमारी cost उतनी कम होती है, और equity का portion जितना हम कम, sorry, I'm wrong. More the debt I used and the cost will be lower. Okay, so what they prefer is what they prefer is, like if they have to reduce the cost, what will they do? उनका ये कहना है, आई टोल्ड यू इन द वेरी बिगनिंग ऑल्सो दैट जो डेट रहता है, डेट का कॉस्ट हमेशा इक्विटी से कम रहता है. नाउ अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस अप्रोच, इफ वी हैव टू डिक्रीज आवर कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल, हाउ वी कैन डू दिस? हमें अपना कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल कम करना है, तो हम क्या करते हैं, इक्विटी का शेयर कम कर देते हैं और डेट का शेयर बढ़ा देते हैं. देन ऑब्वियसली आवर कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल विल decrease. Okay, so this theory give an explanation, like if we increase our debt, our cost of equity will, our cost of capital will decrease and we will increase our equity portion. Okay, जितना हम डेट बढ़ाते चले जाएंगे उतना हमारा कॉस्ट कम होता चला जाएगा. इतना समझा आया? आई होप इट इज क्लियर. या okay, so the cost of debt obviously is less than equity, because whenever you are taking the advantage of debt, then you only have to pay the interest for that, and that too you have the tax benefit. So इसीलिए जो debt होता है वो आपको हमेशा और हमेशा cheap होता है rather than investing the equity. Then there are no taxes and the risk perception of investor is not changed by the use of debt. So I have given you the explanation. You can read this explanation if you want to, so that you have a clear concept like what they have explained in this, that the first approach they give in net income is that proportion of debt financing in capital structure increases the proportion of a cheaper source of fund. Like if we have to go for the cheap source of fund, so the cheapest source of fund according to them is the debt. So more you invest debt, more will be your return and the cost of capital will be overall reduced. Okay, now coming on to the next, that is a net operating income approach. This is the totally opposite of net income approach. Okay, according to this approach, what they say is that the change in the capital structure of a company does not affect the market value of the firm, and overall cost of capital remains irrespective of the method of financing. Why? They say either you use debt or you use equity, आपका cost of capital same रहने वाला है. Why they say so? Like they give an explanation, like when you go and employ more and more of this debt, so the equity shareholders will have a tendency, like they will think this firm has become more risky, and that is why this cost will, obviously this will increase their cost. So when you are basically increasing your debt portion, तो जो आपका इक्विटी का कंसर्न रहेगा, इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स हैं, दे विल हैव अ टेंडेंसी, ओके no, there the financial risk of the equity shareholder is increasing because the company is employing more and more of debt. So that is why they imply that either you use debt or equity. After a certain point, your cost of capital will not be affected. So this is the another approach which is given. Okay, now the third one is the traditional approach. You can say it is basically traditional approach is like how you can employ the cost of capital. Okay, what is the you can say optimum structure for you? So it is basically, you can say, net income और net operating income के बीच का जो approach था, that is a traditional approach. It gives that the value of firm can be increased initially or the cost of capital can be decreased. कैसे? By the use of more debt. According to them, अगर हम थोड़ा टाइम डेट यूज करते जाते हैं तो हमारा कॉस्ट कम होता चला जाता है. So according to them, what we should do, the optimum capital structure we can reach where debt equity mix is such that the cost of that capital is minimum. ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So why they say कि after a certain point what will happen, अगर आप उसके बाद भी अपना डेट पोर्शन बढ़ाते चले जाते हो तो क्या होता है, जो कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी होता है, So the equity shareholder, their financial risk will obviously increase, because if the company is not able to repay the amount, then it becomes very risky. Okay, so they say we have to find out the optimum structure जहाँ पे हमारा cost of capital minimum होता है with the mix of debt and equity. So that is known as the traditional approach. Now the last one is the Modigliani and Miller approach. It is basically same as the net operating income approach if we ignore the tax aspect. Why? How? See, this theory proves that the cost of capital is not affected by changes in the capital structure, or the debt mix is irrelevant in the determination of the total value of the firm. Same thing जो उसमें बोली गई थी नेट ऑपरेटिंग इनकम में, वही इसमें बोला था कि आप कोई भी कैसा भी, चाहे डेट यूज करो चाहे इक्विटी कॉस्ट यूज करो, उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है. ऑल्दो डेट इज चीपर देन द इक्विटी, बट when you increase that, your equity shareholders risk will increase, and obviously it will become more risky and they will not invest. Okay, so this is the Modigliani and Miller approach. It has basically promoted to first without tax and second with tax. What does with tax assume is that if we recognize the value of the firm will increase, will decrease the use of debt, and after that if a percentage of tax we include in this. Okay, so this is basically the same like net operating income approach. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll solve the numericals which I have given you the PDF. All of you have that PDF with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, okay, fine. I'll do one thing. I'll start with the leverage. Okay, so the leverage aspect is very simple. So I'll explain you like how we have to calculate the leverage. Let me share that PDF so that I can explain the theory. Just a second. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the first thing is the operating leverage. Okay, what is the operating leverage? The formula is simple. Contribution divided by earning before interest and tax. I'll tell you each and everything like how we have to calculate. First, listen to the explanation. Okay. So the operating leverage, you can say, when we calculate that, we take into consideration that this leverage basically arise when we take that the presence of fixed cost in the capital structure. We assume that there is a fixed cost in the capital structure. Okay, if the fixed cost is nil, then operating leverage is also nil. So earning before interest will change in the same proportion as the change in the sales. I'll give you the explanation. The earning before interest will change by a higher percentage by a percentage change in the sale. Agar fixed cost if the fixed costs are present. Okay, so a higher operating leverage indicate that the proportion of fixed cost is higher. अगर आपका operating leverage high है, that means आपने fixed cost बहुत ज़्यादा use की है. There is a high proportion of the fixed cost. Okay, so but at the same time it can't be overlooked that if the scale decreases, what will happen? I'll give you the explanation like how we have to find out the optimum mix. First, I explain you the numerical. The first C, sales is given, variable cost is given, fixed cost is given. So what is the contribution? Any one of you can tell me what is the formula for this operating this contribution? Contribution का formula क्या होता है बेटा? किया था ना फर्स्ट सेम में? टेल मी.
PV ratio minus.
Tell me, what is the formula for contribution? Always remember, contribution formula is very simple. First is sales minus variable cost or fixed cost plus profit, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. अभी इस क्वेश्चन में बेटा आपको क्या दिया है? सेल्स आपको कितना दिया है? 20,000 units at the rate 8 per unit. Okay, 20,000 and 8 per unit. So what is the sales? 20,000 into 8 rupees. That is 1,60,000. Clear? Now deduct
ma'am.
the variable cost out
Yes,
of
ma'am.
it. What is the variable cost? Rupees 2 per unit. And how many units are there? 20,000. So 20,000 multiplied by 2 is equal to 40,000. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
1,20,000. Now this is your contribution. Sales minus variable cost is your contribution. Now, if we deduct the fixed cost out of it, deduct the fixed cost. How much fixed cost is given? 30,000. It will give you the earning before interest and tax, that is 90,000. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how you can calculate is, just a second. So operating leverage is, how much contribution we have calculated? 1,60,000 minus 40, that is 1,20,000 divided by earning before interest and tax. Contribution से हम fixed cost less करते हैं, that is your earning before interest and tax. Just remember the formula. That is 90,000. So this will give you the operating leverage. That is 1.3. Okay. What does it mean? What does it mean? That if we increase the sales by 1%, what will happen? Our earning before interest and tax will increase by 1.3%.
3%.
Okay, so this is the link. In this, you can say operating leverage basically give you the explanation, like it basically measure the change in the earning before interest and tax as a result in change in sales. कितना हमारी अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स में चेंज आएगा अगर हमारा सेल्स का परसेंटेज चेंज होता है. दिस इज योर ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज. ओके, इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let's do the another numerical. So the second, financial leverage. We have completed with the operating leverage. Now you have to calculate the financial leverage. So what is the formula for the financial leverage? It's very simple. Earning before interest and tax divided by earning before tax. Okay. How we'll calculate? You have the numerical with you. I'll solve that. See, the question is like interest is given, sales is given, sales units are given. Now, first, what we have to do is, first we have to calculate the interest. First, we have to calculate the same way what you have calculated. अभी जैसे कैलकुलेट किया है वैसे ही हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे. अभी हम क्या कैलकुलेट करेंगे? सबसे पहले बेटा उसमें contribution. Now, what is the formula for the contribution? I told you sales minus variable cost. अभी सेल्स कितना है बेटा? उसमें 50,000 दिया.
Yes, ma'am.
And the variable cost is 25,000. Clear? This will give you the contribution. ये आपका contribution आ गया कितना? 25,000. 5,000। अभी हम इसमें से फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट लेस करेंगे तो क्या आ जाएगा हमारा? जब हम कंट्रीब्यूशन में से बेटा फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट लेस करते हैं तो क्या आता है? आई टोल्ड यू, जब हम कंट्रीब्यूशन में से फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट लेस करते हैं तो क्या आता है? अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट
Interest
एंड
tax.
टैक्स। ओके, सो दैट इज अराउंड 10,000 रुपीज। आ गया 10,000 इसमें, ठीक है। अभी हमें क्या करना है? अर्निंग बिफोर टैक्स कितना आया? 10,000 रुपीज। ओके, इंटरेस्ट कितना दिया हुआ है बेटा आपको क्वेश्चन में? 5,000। सो दिस इज 5,000। क्लियर? दिस इज योर अर्निंग बिफोर टैक्स। अभी फाइनेंशियल लिवरेज कैसे कैलकुलेट करोगे? अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स divided by earning before tax, that is 10,000 divided by 5,000. It is around 2. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What does it indicate? That if earning before interest and tax is increased by 1%, our earning before interest will increase by 2%. अगर हम earning before interest and tax को 1% increase करते हैं तो हमारा earning before tax कितना increase होता है? 2%. Okay, now I'll once again give you the formula for both those things and then I'll explain what is the formula. Okay, first we have completed with the operating leverage. Operating leverage का formula मैंने क्या बताया था? Contribution
divided by
earning before
earning
interest
interest tax.
and tax. Okay, for the financial leverage it is same, earning before interest and tax divided by earning before tax. Clear? Now how we have to calculate it? First, sales will be given, or you can say sales minus variable cost will give you the contribution, and if we deduct the fixed cost from it, what will be the answer? Contribution में से fixed cost less किया तो क्या आएगा?
EBIT.
Yes. Then if we deduct the interest from it, what will it give? Earning before tax.
Tax.
Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
I think we have to calculate is the, we have calculated operating leverage, we have calculated the financial leverage. Now we have to calculate the combined leverage. So what is the formula for the combined leverage is?
Operating leverage into financial leverage.
Okay. So the question is with you. Just see the question. The first thing we will do is we will calculate the operating leverage. अभी उसमें क्या दिया बेटा? Sales minus variable cost दिया हुआ है आपको contribution. Okay, a company has sales of 2 lakh rupees. Sales कितना है अभी आपका? 2 lakh rupees. Okay. And how much variable cost is given? 40% of sales. Sales का 40%. 2 lakh का 40% निकालोगे कि नहीं?
Yes, ma'am.
So that will be your variable cost. कितना आ गया? 80,000. Clear? This will give you the contribution. What is it? 1,20,000. Is it clear? Now,
Yes,
sales
ma'am.
minus variable cost has given you the contribution. Now, what you have to do is you have to deduct the fixed cost out of it. What is the fixed cost? 40,000. So this is earning before interest and tax. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we have to calculate interest. इसमें से less किया तो कितना है? 10,000 rupees. That is your earning before tax. That is around 70,000 rupees. Clear? Now listen to me. First we have to calculate the operating leverage. Operating leverage कितना है? Contribution कितना आया था? 1,20,000 divided by operating leverage में क्या करते हैं? Contribution divided by earning
EBIT.
EBIT.
EBIT. What was the EBIT? Contribution था हमारा 1,20,000, उसमें से हमने फिक्स कॉस्ट लेस कर दिया 40,000, तो कितना आया? 80,000.
80,000.
Okay, so this is your operating leverage. Now what is the financial leverage? Earning before interest and tax, that is 80,000 rupees divided by, इसमें से हमने interest less किया 10,000, what is it? 70,000. So this will give you the financial leverage. Now you have to calculate the combined leverage. इसका आंसर नहीं भी है तो ऐसे भी कर सकते हो, 1,20,000, 80,000 into 80,000 divided by 70,000. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
See, whenever अगर हमारा operating leverage as well as financial leverage higher side पे है, that means we should invest fresh capital. Okay, कैसे fresh capital raise करना है? Through the equity shares. Okay, अगर दोनों higher side पे हैं, that means we should invest, we should raise the funds. अगर हमें fresh capital चाहिए तो हमें equity से लेनी चाहिए, debt से नहीं लेनी चाहिए. Okay, अगर एक ज्यादा है एक कम, then we can go for the debt. Okay, I'll give you the explanation for this so that you can remember. They may ask you, okay, this is the financial leverage, this is the operating leverage given for a question. Now tell what is the condition of a firm. Then you need to understand the interpretation. I'll give the interpretation also. Okay, tomorrow I'll give you the PDF for that interpretation. एक पेज का है, वो just आप देख सकते हो कि क्या रहता है. Okay, now we have to do with the other numerical for the financial leverage. I have shared one more question I think with the financial leverage. सभी के पास वो question है ना बेटा leverage का? Okay, so problem number 1. You have that problem number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, सेलिंग प्राइस आदित्य एंड अमर की 2 की दी हुई है. अभी हम कैसे कंपैरिजन करते हैं वो देखो बेटा इसमें. Just wait. For one company, that is Aditya, and second is the Amar. How we are going to calculate is, first, how much we have to calculate is, सबसे पहले हम क्या कैलकुलेट करेंगे? सेलिंग प्राइस कितना दिया हुआ है? 75. ठीक है, और कितना है टोटल प्रोडक्शन कितना है? How much production is given?
Total production unit
2
is
lakh
1,80,000.
2 lakh. Okay, production दिया है 2 lakh. But at the footnote, you see there is written capacity utilization. That means this much you have utilized. Okay, so how you have to calculate? Production capacity कितना है बेटा? 2 lakh दिया है, उसका 90% calculate करो. 1,80,000. Okay, that is your production units. समझ में आया? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So how you have to
Yes, ma'am.
calculate it? How you have to calculate is now 1,80,000 into what is the cost? Selling price कितना है बेटा? 75.
75.
So selling price आपका कितना आ गया? Sales value कितनी आ गई आपकी? 135. Okay. Same way for the other you have to use. Same way अभी दूसरी फर्म का निकालना है आपको. What is given? कितना है बेटा उसमें दिया हुआ आपको? कितना है यूनिट्स?
3,50,000.
And how much capacity is there? 80%. Okay, so this will be around how many units? क्लियर? प्रोडक्शन के यूनिट्स कैसे निकाले, इतना समझ में आया?
Yes, ma'am.
जितनी कैपेसिटी
ma'am.
यूटिलाइज होगी उतना ही आपका सेल यूनिट्स आएंगे ना बेटा आपके पास। अभी इसको सेलिंग प्राइस से मल्टीप्लाई करो, दैट इज 75। ओके, दिस विल बी योर सेल्स वैल्यू। हाउ मच सेल्स वैल्यू इट विल बी? क्लियर? नाउ व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज, अभी हमारे पास सेल्स आ गई, अभी इसमें से हमने क्या लेस करना है? वेरिएबल कॉस्ट। हाउ मच वेरिएबल कॉस्ट इज गिवन? वेरिएबल कॉस्ट दिया आपको? नहीं दिया। What they have given you? They have clearly mentioned that 40% of sales is PV ratio. So PV ratio is basically 40% of sales. PV ratio क्या होती है आपकी? What is PV ratio? PV ratio क्या होती है बेटा?
Contribution divided by sales into 100.
So how much sales is given? 40% of sales. ठीक है ना? अभी कितना दिया हुआ है पीवी रेशो? आपको दिया हुआ है 40%। कंट्रीब्यूशन आपको कैलकुलेट करना है। सेल्स कितना है आपका? यू नो द यूनिट्स, दैट इज 1,35,000। 135 divided into 40 divided by 100. This will give you the contribution. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, ma'am.
I'll explain once again. I don't think so many of you have got it. Just wait. How you have to calculate it? PV ratio क्या होती है बेटा? सबसे पहले तो ये समझो क्या होता है PV ratio? Contribution divided by sales. PV ratio आपको कितना दिया है? 40%. Contribution you don't know. Sales is how much? Clear? Now you can get your contribution. Contribution आ जाएगा 40 minus 135 divided by 100. Clear? This will give you the
Yes, ma'am.
contribution. Same way you have to calculate for the other company. How much is given? Contribution is 60%. PV ratio कितना दिया है? 60%. How many units are there? How many sales value is there? Okay, so into 60%. So ये आपका क्या आ जाएगा? Contribution, that is clear? अभी सेल्स भी मिल गया आपको, कंट्रीब्यूशन भी मिल गया, ठीक है। अभी आपको क्या कैलकुलेट करना है? व्हाट यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट इज, यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स। वो कैसे आएगा? कंट्रीब्यूशन में से हम क्या लेस करेंगे? व्हाट वी विल सब्ट्रैक्ट फ्रॉम दिस? फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे। व्हाट
Yes,
इज द
ma'am.
फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट फॉर अमर? दैट इज clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Then this will give you the earning before interest and tax. Okay, this will give you earning before interest and tax. How much interest is given? Interest कितना दिया है बेटा? Interest अभी कैसे कैलकुलेट करोगे? सी, टर्म लोन के आगे क्या दिया है? 10 लाख एट द रेट 17%। तो 10 लाख का 17% कितना हुआ बेटा? 1,70,000। ये आपका क्या हो गया? दिस विल बी योर इंटरेस्ट। इज इट क्लियर? टर्म लोन पे आप इंटरेस्ट दोगे ना बेटा, उसमें आपको उसने सिंपल दिया, आपको खुद से कैलकुलेट करना है इंटरेस्ट। क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So same way you have to calculate for the Aditya. Now Aditya का हमने वो कर लिया था calculate contribution, and we have calculated the sales value. Sales value was 135. Okay. And the fixed what we have calculated is the contribution. Contribution भी आ गया था हमारा, ठीक है। अभी हम इसमें से क्या लेस करेंगे, फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट। इसका फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट कितना था हमारे पास, 40 लाख, ठीक है। तो कितना आ गया बेटा आपका, 14 आ गया। नाउ व्हाट इज द इंटरेस्ट, 15 लाख पे 18% आपको कैलकुलेट करना है। यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द इंटरेस्ट कितने पे, 15 लाख पे 18%, दैट विल बी अराउंड, ओके। तो वो आपको दिया हुआ इंटरेस्ट 2,70,000 इंटरेस्ट, क्लियर। दिस इज अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स। अगर आप इसमें से ये लेस कर दोगे तो क्या आ जाएगा, अर्निंग बिफोर टैक्स, दैट विल बी 11,30,000। Is it clear now? Now same way we will calculate the operating leverage. अभी ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज हम दोनों फर्म्स का लेंगे। ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज का फॉर्मूला क्या था, व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज,
Contribution upon EBIT.
yes. So contribution for Aditya was 54 lakh and earning before interest and tax was 14. Clear? So this will give you the operating leverage. Same way अमर के लिए हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे। अमर के लिए भी बेटा सेम कैलकुलेशन आएगा, 1,26,000 पे, और उसका कितना था हमारा वो अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट 66 लाख, ठीक है ना। तो उसके साथ डिवाइड करोगे आप, दिस विल गिव यू द ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज। नाउ सेम वे वी विल कैलकुलेट द ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज, फाइनेंशियल लिवरेज एंड द फाइनेंशियल लिवरेज सिंपल है, earning before interest and tax divided by EBT. For combined leverage, financial leverage into operating leverage. Okay. अभी इसका इंटरप्रिटेशन पढ़ो बेटा, मैंने क्या है उसमें। सी, आदित्य का ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज है 3.86 और अमर का कितना है 1.91। I'll write down operating leverage, financial leverage as well as the combined leverage. ऊपर मैं लिखती हूँ आदित्य का, नीचे मैं लिखती हूँ अमर का, ओके। सो ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेजेस कितना है, ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज आदित्य का 3.86, इसका कितना है 1.91। अभी उसका कितना है फाइनेंशियल लिवरेज 1.24, इसका कितना है 1.027। कंबाइंड लिवरेज इज 4.78 and this is 1.96. In all these ratios, what you will see that this ratios, ये इससे ज्यादा है, यहाँ पे भी ज्यादा है एंड यहाँ पे भी ज्यादा है। आदित्य की तीनों रेशो ज्यादा है ना, so the ratios with which the companies have higher ratios is more risky. जिसकी तीनों ratios operating leverage, financial and combined leverage are greater is at more risk. Okay, is it clear? इंटरप्रिटेशन समझ में आया। अगर आपको दो फर्म्स दी हैं, दोनों का ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज और कंबाइंड लिवरेज दिया है, जिस फर्म का ज्यादा होता है वो रिस्की होता है। इज इट क्लियर नाउ?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we have one more question. Should I take that question? That is question number, I think I have shared the problem number 2 also with you for the same leverage question also.
Ma'am, we are having only one question, that is question number 1 only.
You don't have problem number 2 with you? I think it is being there. Just a second. Okay. So it is not there, I think so. So only one question for the leverage, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. I'll take that numerical tomorrow. Okay. one more numerical I have to take. Okay, then I'll explain how we have to proceed. Okay, abhi is question mein kya hai, I'll explain. Although it's a lengthy question, I'll explain you tomorrow like how we have to proceed. The today question which I have explained you is about contribution, the operating leverage and all these things. Okay, or should I share the PDF? Abhi question mein aapko jo bolungi same like how we have worked with the operating leverage. ठीक है, ये तीनों की तीनों रेशियोज मैंने आपको कराई, फाइनेंशियल, कंबाइंड एंड ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज. I'll give you the more questions so that you can practice. In this, we have to cover with the financial, operating and the combined leverage. And the other part that we will cover is like if they have given you, okay, this is the, वो आपको तीन ऑप्शन, चार ऑप्शंस दे देंगे कि अगर आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ इक्विटी यूज कर रहे हो, इक्विटी और प्रेफरेंस का मिक्स यूज कर रहे हो, इक्विटी और डेट का मिक्स यूज कर रहे हो, इक्विटी प्रेफरेंस और डेट का मिक्स यूज कर रहे हो, तो विच इज मोर बेनिफिशियल. तो आप क्या करोगे उसमें, अर्निंग पर शेयर कंपेयर करोगे. ओके
Okay,
ओके.
ma'am.
So the company which has earning per share maximum will be at a advisable position, or you can say will be at a advantageous position. Okay, जिसका ज्यादा रहेगा ईपीएस वो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा, लिवरेज जिसका ज्यादा रहता है वो दूसरी कंपनी उतना रिस्की रहती है. सो वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड द न्यूमेरिकल्स फॉर द फाइनेंशियल लिवरेज, कंबाइंड लिवरेज एंड ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज. What I expect you from all is you should practice these numerical on your own also. Okay, don't depend upon one or two questions. Go and practice these because the numerical aspect is very very simple in this operating, financial and the this. अभी simple है. कंट्रीब्यूशन आपको पता चलना चाहिए. कंट्रीब्यूशन आपको दो तीन तरह से आ सकता है. एक, वो आपको सिंपल देंगे, सेल्स माइनस वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. सेकंड, what they can give you is they can ask you, okay, this is the question, like they can give you either the option for the contribution, that is sales minus variable cost. Okay, अगर आपको ये दोनों इंफॉर्मेशन दी है तो आप कंट्रीब्यूशन निकाल सकते हो. फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट दी है तो फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट प्लस प्रॉफिट will give you the contribution. Third is if they have given you the PV ratio. Okay, I expect all of you to do one thing. इन तीनों के बेसिस पे कैसे हम कंट्रीब्यूशन कैलकुलेट करते हैं, रिमेंबर द फॉर्मूला. Okay, yesterday I have given you one question, what is the difference between trade credit and the cash credit? If anyone of you can explain me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please tell me.
ट्रेड क्रेडिट मतलब एक प्रकार का बॉन्ड होता है.
Okay.
जब हम ट्रेडिंग मतलब ट्रेडिंग में कौन सा रॉ मटेरियल वगैरह कुछ खरीदी करते हैं तो उधार लेते हैं तो
Okay.
उसके बदले टीसी लिया जाता है, मतलब ट्रेड क्रेडिट लिया जाता है, दिया जाता है अगेंस्ट पार्टी को.
Okay.
और वो दो मंथ की या 3 मंथ की ट्रेड क्रेडिट रिसीट होती है.
Okay. And what is cash credit, beta?
कैश क्रेडिट बिजनेस के लिए और शॉर्ट मतलब स्टार्टअप के लिए शॉर्ट टर्म लोन की तरह होता है. मतलब वर्किंग कैपिटल हम जैसे रेज करते हैं उसी तरह.
Okay.
रॉ मटेरियल
And
के लिए वगैरह इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं ना, इसलिए.
ट्रेड क्रेडिट का एक्सप्लेनेशन आपका ठीक था बेटा, बट कैश क्रेडिट का थोड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग है. कैश क्रेडिट, एनीवन एल्स? व्हाट इज अ कैश क्रेडिट? The question is given to all of you, not to a particular student. What is cash credit? Answer me.
Ma'am, we can say the cash credit is a short-term business loan also.
बिजनेस लोन मतलब देता कौन है आपको, उसमें समझ में आया जो उसने क्लियर समझाया कि ट्रेड क्रेडिट आपको सप्लायर दे रहा है बिकॉज
Yes,
आप
ma'am.
उससे परचेज कर रहे हो. एंड हु इज गिविंग यू द कैश क्रेडिट?
बैंक और फाइनेंशियल
Institution.
इंस्टीट्यूशन. हाँ, इंस्टीट्यूशन मतलब बजाज फाइनेंस वगैरह.
Okay, okay, that is cash credit. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else?
Oh, ma'am, cash credit means we can withdraw money from bank account without keeping a credit balance.
वही उसने बोला कि वो जो हमें फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन देते हैं. सो यू नीड टू बी वेरी क्लियर विद दिस टर्म. व्हाट इज ट्रेड क्रेडिट, व्हाट इज कैश क्रेडिट. ओके, देयर आर टू टर्म, ट्रेड डिस्काउंट, कैश डिस्काउंट. समझ में आता है डिफरेंस दोनों का, ट्रेड डिस्काउंट, कैश डिस्काउंट. बेटा ये जो छोटी छोटी टर्म्स जो मैं बोलती हूँ ना, ये लिख के सिर्फ और सिर्फ गूगल से एक बार सर्च कर लेना, ठीक है. वो क्या रहता है, जब आप कभी भी कहीं पे भी जाते हो ना, नोबडी इज गोइंग टू आस्क यू, ओके बैलेंस शीट बना के दिखा दो, मुझे देखना है कि आपको कितना आता है. नहीं, दे विल जज यू विद अ सिंपल एस्पेक्ट. व्हाट इज कैश क्रेडिट, व्हाट इज ट्रेड क्रेडिट, अच्छा ट्रेड डिस्काउंट और कैश डिस्काउंट में क्या डिफरेंस है. दीज आर द थिंग्स दे आर गोइंग टू आस्क यू. ओके, I am telling you with my personal experience. Whenever I have faced the interviews, they never asked me these questions. Balance sheet कैसे बनाना है? No, they asked you something which is very confusing. Okay, we know trade discount, cash discount. अच्छा trade discount और cash discount का क्या difference है? And by the time of interview, we got confused. Okay, so try to remember these short terms. What is trade discount and what is cash discount? So अभी आज trade credit और cash credit search किया था. Tomorrow, I mean, in my next lecture, you have to find out what is trade discount and what is the cash discount. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So for the theory aspect, for this unit, we have completed with the theory aspect. Now I'll focus on the numerical aspects only. So it will take some time because these numericals are somewhat, abhi financial leverage, combined leverage or operating leverage I have already taken two numericals. So I will not take further any numerical for this leverage. But in case you want, okay, after at the time of revision, we may take one or more practicals. But for tomorrow, I'll take whenever my next lecture will be there, we will start with the other, because the second unit, which is basically your financial statement analysis, it's a very risky unit. I mean, a very lengthy unit, not a risky unit, sorry. So it's a very, very lengthy unit. So it will require a lot of time because उसमें ratio analysis अपने आप में ही बहुत बहुत बड़ा unit है. So for this, what I expect you, आज मैंने जो contribution बताया बेटा, contribution तीन तरह से calculate करते हैं. सिर्फ और सिर्फ आज ये करना, गूगल पे जाके contribution के formulas ढूंढ के रखते हैं. अगर आपको वो calculation आ गया ना, तो आगे का हो जाएगा. ठीक है, ये तीनों formulas आप करके रखना. Now then you have to find out what is the difference between the trade discount and the cash discount, as well as what is the difference between trade credit and cash credit is clear. Now you have to find out what is the difference between a trade discount and the cash discount. I hope everyone will take the initiative. Only 3-4 students are there who are always taking the initiative and explaining out the things. What about rest of you? Okay, so formulas which I have shared with you. Just a second.
madam.
Yeah, just a second. So I'll explain once last time. Okay, operating leverage is simple contribution divided by earning before interest and tax. Earning before interest and tax means contribution minus fixed cost will give you the earning before interest and tax. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now after
मैडम और एक बार
operating,
बता दो.
एक सेकेंड. कंट्रीब्यूशन बेटा कैसा था, सिंपल है हमारा. कंट्रीब्यूशन में क्या रहता है, कंट्रीब्यूशन, जस्ट अ सेकेंड, कंट्रीब्यूशन दैट इज सेल्स माइनस वेरिएबल कॉस्ट किया तो कंट्रीब्यूशन आ गया. उस कंट्रीब्यूशन में से आपने जब भी फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट लेस किया, दैट विल गिव यू अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स. इज इट क्लियर?
Clear,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, ठीक है. अभी ये हो गया हमारा ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज. नाउ आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू व्हाट इज फाइनेंशियल लिवरेज. अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स हमने उसमें कैलकुलेट कर लिया पिछले फॉर्मूला में. ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज वो समझ में आ गया कैसे कैलकुलेट किया. ओके, नाउ व्हाट वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट, अगर हम उस अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स में इंटरेस्ट लेस कर देंगे, वी विल गेट द अर्निंग बिफोर टैक्स. क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. इंटरेस्ट बेटा आपको डायरेक्ट भी दिया हो जा सकता है और ऐसे भी दे सकता है. ओके, ये टर्म लोन है, इस पे 10% है, 20% है. देन सेम वे जैसे मैंने कैलकुलेट किया था, उस लोन का उतना परसेंटेज आप निकालोगे और वो आपका इंटरेस्ट हो जाएगा। जो मैंने लास्ट न्यूमेरिकल है इसीलिए डिफिकल्ट वाला लिया था कि उसमें पीवी रेशियो से मैंने कैलकुलेशन करके सिखाई, इंटरेस्ट आपको खुद से कैलकुलेट करना है तो आपको कैसे करना है। सो दैट इज द क्वेश्चन विच इज अ बिट कंफ्यूजिंग। ओके, now the last part that is there is the combined leverage. Combined leverage, simple, financial leverage minus multiply by the operating leverage. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for homework I have clearly told you, just remember the formula. Okay, you can even go and find out these questions very simply in any of the question book. Just refer any good book. Okay, अभी क्या है, अभी सिर्फ और सिर्फ उस पे रिलाई मत करो कि हाँ ठीक है हम गूगल करके पेपर करने वाले, नहीं, कोई एक अच्छी बुक लेके न्यूमेरिकल एस्पेक्ट के लिए आपको जरूर लेनी पड़ेगी। थ्योरी ओके, इट्स सफिशिएंट दैट यू कैन रीड फ्रॉम दिस पीडीएफ्स, बट फॉर न्यूमेरिकल you need to basically practice these questions. Okay, and this contribution, operating leverage, financial leverage, this aspect is clear. Now tomorrow whenever my session will be there, I'll be taking up with the what are the different type of capital structure and how we calculate the cost of debt and weighted average cost of capital. That questions are bit lengthy, so you need to take basically आपको उस पे एक न्यूमेरिकल में ही काफी टाइम लगता है। ठीक है, so we'll meet in our next lecture. I hope the today lecture is clear. I'll share the PDF of the theory aspect. Okay, bye. Have a nice day.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye,
Bye.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks. Bye.